Hi, live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Wednesday night. What? Dish Network, Channel 219. Don't even ask me why I did that. Dish Network, Channel 219, Pluto TV, Channel 240, Samsung TV.
Why'd you do that?
1175, Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Select TV, Channel 106. And, of course, follow us on all of the socials, please, and join those communities. Lovely, lovely people in there in the chats on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, Kick Getter, and Instagram. You got to sign in. Look for us as LFS6B Show, and also say hello to. Are we on the radio tonight, Aaron? And we are on 103.9 LI News Radio, linewsradio.com. So we're everywhere. We're just spreading across the country. Hopefully, we're gathering in new people, new friends that will be joining, new patriots to our viewing and listening audience. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Full house tonight. Damon is off, as you can tell. He'll be back on Monday. Got some family stuff out of town, and we wish him the best, him and his family. They're going to have a great time. Between now and then, though, you're stuck with us, the boys. Paul Nolan is here. He's got some news. Kevin Downey Jr. is here. Slick Rick's going to be here with sports. But let's first say hello to one Paul Nolan. Paul Nolan, what's happening? What?
Whoa, man, what's going on? I guess, obviously, I'm still, like everybody else, still disappointed, disgusted, brokenhearted over, the Charlie Kirk situation. I'm still obsessed with every clip I can find. I've gone through everything I can to find one comment where he was a racist, and I can't find it. It's a lie. The media keeps perpetrating a lie to this beautiful young soul, and it sickens me, and I feel it's my job to continuously troll every goofball lefty, no matter who they are. I dare you to find me one clip that, in full context, that would make him a racist, because he was the furthest thing from a racist, and anybody who says otherwise is sickening.
Well,
Slick Rick is way more of a racist than Charlie Kirk.
Cheers to that, Paul.
Cheers.
Very nice
Cheers to
words.
Charlie
Very nice
Kirk.
words.
Let's thank the senders.
Oh,
The Belfont.
sure. Do you know their names?
Yeah, please.
Should we say their first names?
Just their first name.
Hold on. Let me check.
Okay.
We'll get
Check
that
on the
In the meantime, we'll do that. We'll do
should we
that in a little while, in the breaks.
I just gave their last name away. I don't want to put him on a government watch list. Sorry.
Kevin Downey Jr. of the Kevin Downey Jr. radio show, which you can also hear daily, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time on LI News Radio and linewsradio.com. Kevin, how are you?
I'm lovely, thank you. I'm having so much fun going back and forth between crying my eyes out and being angry. I almost said, but that's probably a bad idea on TV.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
Seriously, folks, stay peaceful. I know it's hard. I had people calling and texting my show today. Everyone's in roughly the same point of grieving.
Right.
So wake up. And you know what? I don't think the sadness will end until after the funeral.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's always like that.
Right.
Because I'm not looking forward to watching it, but it's the same time I have to.
I know.
I just did my podcast tonight with John Mulrooney, and he said something interesting. He said, the best way to grieve is in a group. And I will say, at the Charlie Kirk vigil I was at last week, no one left happy, but everyone left
Comforted
and not as distraught. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And can I say this? There's no silver lining here, but I truly believe that he was the turning point, because everything is shifting right now.
Yeah.
Everything. It's not cool to go running on someone's memorial. It's not cool to make fun of the guy who was shot. People are getting fired left and right.
And now if you're Jimmy Kimmel, it's not cool to make an ass out of yourself on your show thinking you can get away with it and there'll be no consequences. Hey, you know what? I'm all for free speech. He can say whatever he wants. That's great. But it doesn't mean he's free from the consequences in case there are people that maybe employ him and go, you know what? This is out of bounds for us as a corporation, as an entity, and we need to distance ourselves from that, because that's breaking news.
Because the silent majority are our advertising dollar, and they're not having it. We're done with it. You
Right.
know, we've been gaslighted to death. We're not doing it no more. We're not playing the game anymore. And when he gets to lie about MAGA doesn't MAGA, it's just it's so irresponsible. It's the only other way. There's no other way to put it than that.
Right.
You know, so that is the consequences are there. Let's be honest. His ratings stunk. They need an excuse. Disney was probably happy to dump him. They make more money sending that garbage show off there and putting all the local affiliates on.
Probably. You're probably right on that. I don't know if we have that clip. Aaron, did we have that clip? Cut number 10. Let's go to that. Here is the clip in question, which is now basically led to Jimmy Kimmel being yanked off the air indefinitely, according to his network, because of these comments. Cut number 10. Here they are.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction.
I'm going to say that's probably...
This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend.
No,
this is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
He did another clip, too, I saw on Fox last night. Another clip where he said something about the fact that about MAGA, being a MAGA person.
No. I'm talking about the fake clip of Trump. Was that a fake clip?
Oh.
I don't believe it. I think he just didn't want to talk about it there. He
think so,
talked
too.
about it.
Okay.
From what I understand, and again, I didn't pay any attention to Jimmy Kimmel other than the happiness I felt that the goofball. I didn't curse, Damon.
Not yet.
It's only the first hour.
Right. It's only the first break.
But I was just happy he was gone. But from what I understand from my brief surrounding of the silliness of Kimmel's world was Trump had already been through like a dozen different questions about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he had kind of just was trying to deflect it, from what I understand,
Gotcha.
is what happened. But whatever.
I think he's one of those guys who doesn't want to be asked the same question 14 times.
Yeah.
Remember when he said, you know what, I don't like the white supremacists. He said it 4 times, and he kept saying, why will you not disavow him? He's like, shut up, I did. Oh, he won't do it. He won't do it. It's one of their little traps.
Exactly. So, we've got that breaking news, which just literally moments before the show, in the last 60 minutes, I think that's happened. By the time I was in the car, by the time I got here, I was like, oh, my goodness, what happened? It was popping up all over the place. I was getting text messages from people that I used to work with going, holy cow, remember this guy who used to be one of the guys I used to work with, this guy, Ben. Kimmel used to come on our show, on the O&A show, back in the day, in the O&A days. Right around 2000, 2001. And even after I left, I think when they went to satellite, he still came on here and there, but not as much because then he started to become a big deal. And that's when he started pushing away all the people that kind of helped him, kind of pulled him up. And this is what happens. You get sucked into that world. You become one of their stooges. And now you have to play by their rules, and which leads you down to making an ass out of yourself like this. And hopefully costing him his career, because it's stuff like this. You always want to say, well, I don't want to see people lose their jobs. There are certain people that need to lose their jobs.
Yes.
And between him and Colbert, those are 2 people that needed to lose their jobs, because not only they reprehensible people, but they're just terrible. They don't get ratings. They don't make money for their networks. Why would you keep them on other than you're being funded to?
Mr. Carter.
Yes, I'll go to
Arnold.
the young gentleman who looks like a disheveled Thurston Howell. Yes,
Love it.
It's Operation Mockingbird telling these, can I say ass goblins?
yes.
These effing ass goblins. And that's what they're there to do. Remember, I wish we had it. The clip of Jimmy Kimmel talking about the hospitals during COVID. If you get the shot, Come right this way. You're sick. Oh, you didn't
Right.
get the shot? Well, go suck some goo, wheezy, and rest in peace or something like that.
Yeah.
It was nothing but propaganda. And Colbert was nothing but propaganda. And I've said it before, but that thing with those syringes dancing around to tequila,
Yeah.
it's nothing but propaganda. And we're supposed to watch it and go, yeah, I'm going to get my 14th booster.
Right.
This is the turnaround, folks. And please listen.
And what's amazing about the Colbert thing, I think there was a clip, and I saw the clip. I'm not sure how long it was, maybe 6 months before COVID, where he was actively questioning pharmaceuticals and the pharmaceutical companies, calling them out. And it's like somebody made a phone call and be like, you want to make sure that check clears, you might want to change your tone there, young man. And he snapped to attention like that, didn't he?
Without a doubt.
Yeah, dancing syringes.
Dancing syringes. It was one of the creepiest video I've ever seen. One of the most, it was like almost like one of those documentaries, like when kids were going to like World War II and remember to protect your genitals when you know what I mean. If you're going into the, it was so bad. You know, like people just a bunch of dancing syringes. Every junkie, was thinking of that when they call their dealer. Yeah. It was just pathetic. You know?
So just to rehash that headline real quick, if you're just joining us, Jimmy Kimmel of the Jimmy Kimmel Show has been pulled off of his late night show indefinitely after the host made controversial comments about the assassination of one Charlie Kirk. ABC confirmed the move to multiple outlets earlier today after Kimmel said earlier in the week that the MAGA gang was trying to score political points from the fatal shooting of Kirk.
I saw that one.
And,
he's sick.
Hold on. Let me ask you, gentlemen.
Sure.
How many gay men banging a trans boyfriend who wants to be a girlfriend have you met in a MAGA cap?
Let me count it out.
That would be 0 minus a million.
Hold on. If I just carry the one.
I said it to my wife, actually. I said that to her over the weekend. I said, that's impossible.
Wait, Paul's doing man math.
If it's, then you and then you add the 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, except you forgot to minus all the other numbers, and it would become 0.
It's insanity.
It's insanity. But this is what we're dealing with. And when you're talking about Operation Mockingbird, you're talking about this, you're talking about that. Another reason they probably got rid of him also, USAID money's dried up. We can't cover our losses now for this guy, can we? No,
100%.
you can't, right?
100%. Yeah. They needed to keep the propaganda machine flowing. They couldn't pay for it, so it came from USAID. Where'd that money come from? Your wallet, your paycheck. Folks, the Democrats are funding the downfall of this nation. And if Trump didn't win, wow, we'd be in a bad place. Yeah. But Trump winning doesn't mean it's over. It means we get to fight.
And that fight is just started.
We got a puncher's chance.
Yeah. Slick Rick made it. Welcome, Slick.
Yeah.
We got to get Slick some
2 minutes
booze.
late.
Yeah, we'll say hi during the break. Join us in the chats, of course. And, we'll do more. The show is off to a rousing start on a Wednesday night.
Literally.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, and Long Island News Radio 103.9. Stay there.
That's what it looks like.
It is. It's honestly, it's just.
Slick, you want some grape juice?
Yeah, sure.
I'll pour you one.
All right. Chat. Oh, God.
Did I not mention the heroin? Okay.
Thanks, Harry, for walking in front of the
grape juice. We're in the break. Who cares?
All right.
Chat. Let me get my spectacles out.
Man, oh man. Let's see. Let's jump over to the chat, see who's in there. Let's rumble over to Rumble. Rumble.
Real America's Voice shut off the ads on the YouTube channel.
Did they? That's good.
I think
that's a cool
very
move,
good
man.
Patty Jamcat, $4.99. Fab 4 on the job tonight. Great show, guys. You rock.
Patty Jamcat.
Thank you, Patty Jamcat. I missed somebody earlier. I forgot somebody's a Buckeye something or other. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
Pamela.
Sorry, I missed that chat, my friend. You know what? They disappear after a little bit.
Whoa, what?
Coffee. Thank you.
What are you? What are you doing? When you're pouring grape juice, you always do it from the floor.
Hi, Lorraine Donato. How are you?
In the kitchen.
Kathy.
This guy must do radio for a living.
Chat. Hey, tonight's the night we do the like for the spite. We got to beat an all-time like. Come on, let's get the Rav channel going. Let's get them up in the algorithm.
They got 808 top messages. They got to get that going.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm trying.
Bill Moore, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
I guess that's what they were.
Troy
Yeah.
Malone, what's up,
They're
buddy?
over there.
Who got shirts?
Oh,
Somebody got
Troy,
shirts?
yeah. No, my bald spot, my self-inflicted male pattern
Oh, it's
baldness
growing
is
in.
fine.
It's growing in.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's not
Jeff
bad.
Koenig, what's up?
What?
CJ Moore, what's
You know what it
happening?
is? I saw that damn commercial today. Now I can't get it out of my head.
I sent you a story about a piece of garbage from Minnesota.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't get a chance.
Howdy,
to look at it. I
Twixers.
was reading up until quarter to 8.
Twixers. Howdy, Twix. In the Twix chat.
Yeah, Buckeyes, I
I
know,
gotta
it's
make a
kind of
living.
funny.
Small Town Barbie, Dave 3504, T Durst 1.
Oh, look at that, right to 180.
Hi, live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Wednesday night. Welcoming you back to the program. Remember, Damon is off until Monday, so we'll see him then. In the meantime, no, he's not out sick. He's just out. He had some family stuff, some great family stuff that they were going to get to do. So this is the chance to do it, and he's doing it.
Good
So
for him.
congrats to him and his family. Also, Kevin Downey Jr. is jumping in and helping us out on a Wednesday night. Slick Rick has joined us. He joined us during the last segment, but we didn't have a chance to say a proper good evening to Slickness. Slickness, how are you?
I'm doing good there, Rick, considering everything that's going on right now. I tell you, we live in a different world more than we ever know now. I really,
Yeah.
I still just can't get it out of my mind. I can't believe tomorrow is going to be a week that this happened, and it feels like it happened yesterday.
I know. I'm with you, dude.
It's just, it hasn't. I don't think it's left my mind for more than an hour
Actually,
or so.
no, it was a week today.
Yeah.
It was a week today, right? Today's
Yeah.
Wednesday. That's correct.
That's
it's
right.
a week today.
'Cause tomorrow would be the 1 week of September 11th.
Correct.
Yeah.
I know it's been a whirlwind. It started off with Irena, the poor girl on the subway. She's kind of,
Right.
that kind of dominated things up until what happened to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, that Monday and Tuesday we were talking
Right,
about
we were
that.
talking
right.
about that, and the propensity of violence that keeps coming from the left, and their policies and where it's kind of led us.
Oh.
And then you see them again rear their ugly head.
Oh,
on
Obama
Wednesday.
today too. Did you get it?
Oh,
that
my
piece
God.
of
Jesus.
Oh, my
I
What a
God.
post-
That
what
was
a
son of a
that was
tweet.
abhorrent. That's the best way to put it.
And I'm so tired of his pentameter of 5 syllables at once and then a long break and his.
You could parallel park a truck
Oh
between
my
words.
Gosh, just shut
guy's
up and
unbelievable.
Go away. Go away. Even black people don't like you anymore. Go away. Read the room, bro.
No.
You know what the sickest part about that?
Now, Rick.
Well, he's doing his little thing. He's telling a story. And he goes, well, I didn't always agree with Charlie Kirk. Applause break.
Right.
He went to a school to learn how to speak like that. He legit worked on that cadence for the longest time. And if you didn't notice, Kamala changed her entire pitch inflection
She tried to do
to
the
try to
same
be
thing.
as close to
Southern Belle.
as possible. The frickin' Can
Right.
you imagine we had to listen to that wacko?
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, I would forget. I would have moved out of the country.
I've heard,
There you go.
I heard they all go to speech training except for Trump.
Slick Rick comes from
Why
Scotland.
would he?
Yeah, he doesn't need to.
You know what else I
It's
mean,
a New
of all,
York
the,
construction worker.
of all the things I love about Trump, the one thing I always hate about politics is when they go to Iowa for a caucus, I believe, and they all put on the cowboy hat. And they're
Right.
like, stop pandering. I saw Ted Cruz do it. I'm like, oh, man, I love you. Don't do that. Trump is the first one to not take that stupid bait.
Never once. Never once did he put on a black accent. Really?
Right.
Hillary, watch Hillary do it. How many
Yeah.
times? Didn't Hillary pull out hot sauce?
Yeah, she tried to pull out hot sauce.
She said she had hot sauce, never pulled it out.
Oh, yeah, I got hot sauce.
Who was it? Biden with his favorite Dua Lipa song or some stupid?
It was what do you call it? Oh, it was who's the kid? Who's the kid?
Oh, you mean Corn Pop, right?
No. It was in front of the Spanish caucus or something.
Yeah.
Whatever the popular song was, and it's in the top off the top of my head. Whatever. But Slick Rick is here. So he'll be
I
doing
don't know the name of that song either, but I got the beat in my head.
Yeah, me too. And I can see him doing it, and just even when it happened, I was like, oh my goodness. The other big story, again, something that broke just before coming to air, probably around the 6 o'clock time frame. 5 police officers shot, 3 dead in Pennsylvania. FBI is investigating. 2 officers remain in critical condition. They're in the hospital right now under enhanced security. What does that tell you? This is a very strange story coming out of Pennsylvania. I'll just read you some of the details that we have so far. 5 police officers were shot. 3 were killed in the shooting in York County, Pennsylvania. The gunman, who has not yet been publicly identified, I wonder why, was killed by police, according to the Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner, Colonel Christopher Paris. He added authorities know who they are and who they work for, but did not comment on a motive. Now listen to this, because there are some things floating around here, some places that are mentioned. The 2 wounded officers taken to the hospital remain in critical but stable condition, so that's good news. The scene, which Paris described, was at large, basically a still active event, even though there's no active shooter. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro arrived on scene, joined in the news conference. The FBI is involved. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives is involved, as well as the Pennsylvania State Police. Shapiro said the Attorney General Pam Bondi had already reached out to them directly, giving the full support of the government. And there's also mentions here, and listen to this. After of course, sending the prayers to the officers and the families and everybody involved, the Pennsylvania State Police, Philadelphia Mexican Consulate, and Governor Shapiro's office did not immediately respond to inquiries. What are we talking about with the Philadelphia Mexican Consulate?
But I don't know this story. At the break, I plan on digging in. So I don't know.
That's my question, too. What does the Mexican consulate have to do with it?
Yes. What do they have to do with it? And why were they given direction from the Mexican government to follow the direction of the U.S. authorities? What do we know about what's going on over there? Probably not very much right now, and which is why, and again, his quote is, "We know who they are and who they work for, but we're not going to comment on that right now."
So we don't know who the shooter is. Is it cartel related? Is it? I hear Mexican consulate.
Exactly.
I think about the blowing people up off Venezuela. I'm wondering, is it fully drug related response? I don't know. I really hate commenting when I don't even know the story. So.
Right. But it's just an odd conglomeration, I think, to mention. You're talking about the FBI, the police, the governor, and Mexican consulate pops up. And again, with the police saying, we know who they are and who they work for, and we're just not going to comment on it right now. So I wonder if this is going to turn into a much bigger story.
I mean,
than just your, and believe me, it's not just a shooting. This is 3 cops are dead. Let's make sure we acknowledge that, because these people went out to protect and serve, and now their families are not going to be welcoming them home tonight.
What a story. What a world.
Yeah.
You notice the Peruvian consulate didn't say anything. And the Japanese consulate didn't say anything.
Yeah.
One. Wonder why.
Yeah, it's an odd story. Again, a lot still out there that we don't know about. We'll pay attention to things, see what else is coming. If anybody sees anything on X, breaking news regarding this, of course, please send it to our attention. We'll definitely take a look. There's a whole lot of news to go through, believe me. not only the media and what they continue to do, but hearings on Capitol Hill with Kash Patel, Thomas Massey, Scott Jennings over at CNN, Rand Paul grilling the former CDC director and basically calling her out. I mean, she just takes a clubbing. She was like a baby seal when he confronted her. It's great to see, but we need more of this type of stuff. And, it's going to be a part. We'll do the Kash Patel stuff next because I want to get your guys' reads on it of him on Capitol Hill.
I tried to watch it in its entirety today. And I got to see Jamie Rankin opening ridiculous statement. Then I got to see Nadler, and by the time Nadler was done, just throwing up all over my.
One was worse than the next. Unbelievable.
Oh, I was. By the time I just I got to watch the condensed version of this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna show you.
Hit the heavy bag.
I think and I got the whole Thomas Massey with Kash Patel. I think I did, right?
All right. Well, let's.
I think so. Yeah. We got it as cut 2. We'll play that. I want to play that maybe in the middle. But I'm not very happy with Kash Patel after this question. And you'll see why. You'll probably feel the same way when you see it for yourself. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll do some sports to kick off that segment with Slickness. And more with you guys in the chats. Join us in the chats. We'll see you there. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Wednesday night. Stay there.
Beautiful.
It's good.
That's beautiful. Wow. My God, 5 UFO clips, Delgado? The guy's not even gone 25 minutes, and all's well that's Roswell.
What?
Oh, my God.
What? They're short clips.
Yeah, there's like a lunar landing of UFOs in the parking lot tonight.
Huh? Dorothy and Danielle sent us the grape juice. We appreciate it. What town or city are they from?
Oh, now you're asking too many
Colorado.
questions. Oh, Aaron's on it. Colorado.
Very nice.
Rocky Mountain.
They might be.
Nice.
Or maybe that's where the grape juice is from.
Yeah. Maybe they made it themselves. You know how Lucy was in the vat stomping the grapes?
Yep.
Chat live in the chats.
Get over the X chat.
Who is in there? Let us go. Panama Tom is in there. Drake 99. Tax Mom.
I don't know if you heard, but Rav dumped the commercials over on YouTube. Very classy move. Thank you, Mothership.
A lot of dumping going on today.
Hassan Pfeffer. Hassan Pfeffer, how are you?
Oh.
Hassan Pfeffer. I haven't heard from Hassan Pfeffer on the radio for a
A
while.
lot of scrubbing today, huh?
Doc Scal, the Bones.
Right, Aaron?
Drake 99. Grape juice. It's a grape juice Wednesday.
Cats
That's
away,
right.
mice gon' play.
Panama Tom, correct. It's Happy Hump Day.
I don't think anybody's ever referred to Big D as a mice.
Maybe a louse.
That's what it was. I saw the stupid Geico camel commercial early today, and it's been rattling around in my head ever since.
Was it a
What's
camel
up, Jersey
commercial?
girl?
Mike.
Oh,
What day is
God,
it?
yes.
What day is it?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hump Day.
The guy, the office guy.
What?
Guy in the office.
Just, I don't know.
Camel Schmo.
I want to
Why
thank.
do you keep checking my?
I wanna
my-
thank-
I want to thank Alyssa as the moderator.
I
Thank
haven't
you, Tess.
budged.
What's going on?
Alyssa Lane.
Am I popping the mic? Sorry. Terry P, I'll take care of that.
Hey, Marianne Mack, how are you? How you doing? Drag Blacker coming with the cash. $2.
Tax Mom.
He says Damon is the mouse that roared.
Tax Mom, hi from SoCal. from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Wednesday night. Again, welcome to the program. Paul Nolan is here. He's got some news, as well as Kevin Downey Jr. You can always check him out on 103.9 LI News Radio. That's linewsradio.com, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And, of course, every Friday, definitely on our show. He's here tonight as well, sitting in for Big D, who's out. Kevin, will come to you in just a little bit, but let's do some sports with Slick Rick. Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Slick, what do you got for us?
Well, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Major League Baseball, pennant race in full swing. Wild card spots available. 5 spots still left in the American League and 4 in the National League. Yankees and Mets right now for the New York crowd, and I know it's part of our audience here. New York, they're both in right now in their wild card spots. We'll see how that lasts. Giants and Cincinnati Reds trying to nip at the Mets heels. Yankees, I think, are in pretty secure. They're like 1.5, 2 games up in their division, in the AL division. So they should be good.
As Yogi used to say, it's never over till it's over.
Exactly. But I'm going to give you all the scores tonight, but as we get a little later, maybe next night or two, I'm going to start cutting it down just to the meaningful games. I'm not going to tell you what the Colorado Rockies are doing because they've been eliminated since the All-Star game. So but we got the Guardians right now, 2-0 over the Tigers, top of the 6th. A's lead the Red Sox 4-2, another team that's been out for a long time. The A's, bottom of the 5th. Top 4, the Rays blanking the Blue Jays, 1-0 down in Tampa. The Padres beating the Mets 6-2 in Citi Field, top of the 5th. Mets really need these wins if they want to get into the playoffs. Yankees and Twins tied at 2 in Minnesota, bottom of the 3rd there. Also bottom 3rd, we got the Royals and KC leading the Mariners 3-2. Brewers blanking the Angels 5-0, top of the 3rd. Brewers have clinched. I think they've already won the first 3 games of the first playoff series. They're playing so good, Milwaukee. Rangers and Astros, no score, bottom of the 1st. We got a rain delay in Colorado. I'm going to give you that score in here, right? Rockies and Marlins, no score. Cubs earlier today defeated the Pirates in Pittsburgh 8-4. The Reds edged the Cardinals there. Actually, they beat them pretty good, 6-2 in St. Louis. Reds needed that one. Picked up some traction there in the wild card race. Orioles 3-1 over the White Sox. The Giants down the Diamondbacks 5-1 in 11. Giants also making a push. Braves 9-4 over the Nationals in D.C., and the Phillies are taking on the Dodgers out west, 10-10 first pitch. We got NHL preseason coming up shortly, Paul. We got a couple of games starting this weekend. I can't believe it already. And, we're going to get the Ryder Cup, but that's next week. Can't wait for that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a crazy week.
We'll be rocking and rolling with that, especially when it's only a couple of minutes from the studio, so we can't wait for that. Get one quick story here. Did you hear Tom Brady's making a comeback, guys?
Oh, no, I didn't hear.
He's getting back on the field. Yeah, Tom Brady to compete with other NFL stars in Saudi flag football tournament. I bet you that pays good money. Yeah, that's Saudi money.
Yeah, exactly.
So Dylan Gwynn and Breitbart.
Crude.
Still be cool to see him on the field, right? It turns out there is something that can get Tom Brady out of retirement, making big money in the Saudi flag football tournament. Hey, good work if you can get it, right, boys? The future Hall of Famer and 7-time, let me repeat that, 7-time Super Bowl champion. I'm not even a Tom Brady fan, but when you hear that, that's amazing what this guy did in his career.
I know.
Well, he's going to reunite with his favorite receiving target and favorite Fox host as well, Rob Gronkowski, and several other NFL stars in the Fanatics Flag Football Classic next year in Saudi Arabia. That sounds like a lot of fun. Paul's going to get me front row. I've always admired the power of flag football, the fastest growing sport in the world, and how it connects fans of all ages, Brady said, according to ESPN. I want to help continue the global movement and momentum that our game is having. Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, C.D. Lamb, Max Crosby, Sauce Gardner, and Myles Garrett are among the current players who have said they will compete in the tournament. I think this sounds great. The tournament will feature round-robin style competition between current and former NFL players, according to Boston.com. The NFL has made it clear that the Saudi football tournament is not a league-affiliated event. A lot of agents will be holding their breath, too, while these guys are out there playing. But Fanatics made us aware of the event, but this is not a league initiative, the NFL told Pro Football Talk. It's up to the individual clubs to provide clearance for their active players to participate. The real question is, where do we go from here? Saudi billionaires now own sports franchises across the world, primarily in soccer and golf. It's no secret that the oil... Well, all right, Kevin.
Sorry.
I'm so glad you're on the show once a week. That's a wrap in sports. Back to you. This guy thinks he's a comedian. Literally.
Can I tell you? I was listening to Jay Oliver today, and a caller goes, so, Jay, I have a very good friend, Rick Amorati. You know what he said to me? You've been cutting more ribbons in the past 3 months than in your entire life. Is that true?
That's true. I have in my entire 30-year career.
Wow.
I've cut more ribbons in the last month, new business openings. So it's a sign of the Trump economy. A lot of people are saying, it's working. It's starting to work on the local level. I'm seeing a lot of new construction and development and new businesses.
I'm feeling it.
It's going to happen. I'm promising people. I'm going to get. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. January, I think the rates are going to drop. I think you're going to see a tremendous push, and the Trump economy is going to take full force. So hold in there. Hold in there because people are still crying the blues, but businesses are opening.
Yeah, and there was a rate cut today.
Yeah,
only 25 basis points, but and some were hoping for 50, but at least it's the first cut of hopefully many more to come in the next few months. So we'll see what happens. And again, spurring the economy.
I'm just happy that I know someone else's flex.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, always a flex. So my friend...
Well, that's a great Chris Coluccia, who is a friend, listens to the show, I should say. And he's the president of MacArthur Business Alliance. I'm the vice president. We're doing a lot of work in around the area. And he's a guest on J. Oliver 103.9. He's on there. So thank you. Yeah, Chris Coluccia was flexing this morning. Good for him.
All right. And Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell and MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code at checkout. Help kickstart his economy, too, when you sign up and order some stuff from there.
This is Donald Trump just tweeted, I am pleased to inform our many USA patriots that I am designating Antifa, a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster, as a major terrorist organization.
Yes.
I will also be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And this really goes with the direction I wanted to go today. If you're following me on X, it's Paul _Eggs Nolan, and I've been following a lot of this stuff that's going on with these Antifa organizations and the NGO money that's been going to them. And these trans activists are being utilized because of their mental illness. Mm-hmm. They're being mobilized and utilized for their agenda, and their agenda is Charlie Kirk. It's anybody who's got a voice against absolute insanity. If you want to be trans, knock yourself out. Keep my kid out of it. And that's all we're saying. Yeah. Leave our kids out of it and stop with your nonsense.
Yep. And stop with the violence.
You want to mutilate yourself, do it. And don't tell anybody about it and leave me alone.
Right. Don't force me or anybody else to play along with your insanity.
Your charade.
Teacher, leave them kids alone.
Look, right? I don't care what people... like I said, as a libertarian, monkey wants to marry a mouse, that's not my business. Just keep me out of it.
Did you make that up? That's brilliant.
That's bananas.
That was Paul Eggs Nolan circa right about now. So so that's a good news. I mean, this Antifa thing that's going on right now and the way they've mobilized these groups is pretty insane. In fact, what I like to do is I put it on my page yesterday. I'll go back to it now. But this is from the Data Republican. This is major breaking from yesterday. Obviously, it's not breaking now, but I see a lot of people are picking it up. Benny Johnson and a lot of the Conservative Inc. who are doing their best. Major breaking, State Department and the UN tied to armed queers. SLC leader has now been confirmed. The first credit of this goes to SK33 for the crucial tip. Please follow them. If you're not out there, that guy did some great work on this. Armed Queers for SLC is under investigation for the possible foreknowledge of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Their leader, Emira Fanayan, was recognized by the State Department-affiliated NGO called Utah Global Diplomacy as a recipient of the 7 for 17 award, advancing the UN's 17 global initiatives. So she won an award for the 7th. She is a he. I don't know what to call it. I don't know where they began. I don't know what's in their pants. I don't know nothing about this wackadoodle, but I do know that all of their data has been scrubbed from the Utah Global Diplomacy pages. And then when you go further into it, she was an organizer for Armed Queers.
Right.
Okay, so now could you imagine if it was called Armed Straight Dudes? Are you kidding me? They would have nuked them.
Right.
The
FBI would have arrested them all by now.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Militant armed MAGAs. We'd all be in jail.
Without a doubt, which is just... and I can get into the minutia of this, but it is...
well, according to this here, Paul, even though everything was scrubbed, their online presence was scrubbed after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. The New York Post has learned all open source information on the group was downloaded and handed over to the FBI. So
which is good.
Which is a good thing.
This is getting legs. You have to know this has been on Trump's desk because you could, when you go through this, you'll see that Antifa issues statements about how to go forward and proceed in the wake of Charlie's death, how this is backfired and it's a bad optic. We have to find new ways to eliminate our enemies. So this is what we're looking at here, and I just think I really got a good feeling that we're going to get justice this time. I really believe that, and I do not trust. I do not trust our intelligence agencies, but I really believe Kash Patel has done a fantastic job getting rid of the pieces of garbage, leftist agendaed lunatics who are destroying the process.
Can I ask you 2 questions?
Yes.
Number 1, can't they just say we're now called whatever, the Bugaboos? Or
Yes.
That's already a thing.
Right.
And number 2, where do you stand on Pam Bondi?
I mean, I'm married, so I don't stand on her. I don't do that. I'm very happy.
Down, Paul. Down.
But no, it's just a joke. I just feel like they've learned a lesson by getting in front of the mic. There's been some hits. There's been some misses.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really know how to judge this job and to be completely objective or fair.
I think if she doesn't arrest John Brennan within the next year, or before Trump is out, I think we're toast.
If she doesn't arrest him before Christmas, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
From everything we're seeing.
Nice.
So if we're changing gears,
I mean, you're giving a little bit too much latitude. I'm with Paul. Stay off the microphone. Stay out of the camera. Write down everything you want to say. Release that as your statements. Let it be that. You're not very good thinking on your feet. I've said this since day one.
Yeah.
She's just not good at it. We saw it during the confirmation process. We saw it during certain hey, here's the binders. Oh my goodness, stop. You don't need to be in front of a camera just because you're very camera friendly. I get it, but we don't need to hear from you. Write it out. Let somebody else be your spokesperson. There's too many pitfalls that she keeps stepping on the rake, and it keeps hitting her in the face.
Yeah.
And that's a reflection on the Trump and the administration, and that takes away from all the good work that she's doing behind the scenes that people don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, from an optic standpoint, she's not a great pitch woman.
No, exactly. And speaking of the queers, the Armed Queers SLC, sorry, Kevin. You know that this woman's an Iranian, right?
Yep.
Iranian immigrant
Yep.
who calls for revolution and liberation in our lifetime. Also, do we know if there's any connection with this group and that group 764?
I believe there is, and if you...
Okay. Well, because we got a clip from Kash Patel.
Okay.
We'll play after the break. We'll get into some of the Kash stuff because, again, Kash was on the Hill again today in front of the House this time, the House committee. And, again, leveling Democrats far and wide. He only had one hiccup, and that's when Thomas Massey asked him the right questions. And you'll see what I mean when we get back. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Stay there.
I was waiting for you to whip a knife. But listen, someone over here, Mr. V, in the YouTube chat, makes a really good point with the caption, right? There has been no one charged in the killing yet. That, to me, I hope he's saying that because he what?
The killing?
Yeah, so like, I think there's going to be...
Who's killing? What are you talking about?
I just think there's a bigger investigation at stake here.
Who's killing? Are you
Charlie? Right?
No, they was charged yesterday.
They read him his rights.
The charges.
The kid, all he did was answer his name. He was like this.
Oh yeah. But right? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that it meant as accomplices, but I got a feeling that they're going to nail all the accomplices in.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think it's going to be over 20.
I believe
That
so.
the boyfriend's going
Well, they
down.
said they
no
were
doubt.
Yeah.
they were looking at leads over 20, and then they asked
Well, the
to tell
Discord
again,
chat had-
is it over 30? He goes, I'm not going to say any numbers now because it's a pretty big number. So it could be more than 20.
Right. I just think what was it the 20-something people in the Discord chat? There was 6 people who tweeted prior knowledge to it happening, and now they're saying that there's been endless amounts of evidence of now. What was his name? Tim Lyman, the Utah Senate. He was on Alex Jones today. He was talking about he was an eyewitness to on the scene as things happened. I tried to get the clips, but I couldn't do it without Alex Jones's watermark on it. And I know we're not really allowed to. I don't think we're allowed to use his clips, but the clip was his eyewitness account of what went down and how there was a handful of like blue-haired jerks who I almost said it.
Oh, you're in the break. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Jerk offs who were not
don't get yourself
remotely
caught in the wrong
afraid. They
break.
told him to f himself. He went like he was head to head with a bunch of Antifa tool bags who were clearly in
There
the
to
know.
start
And then you
problems.
talk about the guy Zinn and his affiliation to the Boston bombing, the 9/11 issue, the fact that he's been a toothache to the entire community of Utah as a lunatic advisor, the child porn on his phone, which means he might have been compromised prior or even just happens to be a psychopath on that level, creating the diversion. So he was arrested, right, for obstruction already?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they charged him too. The obstructing justice, obstructing an investigation, and now a child porn. Way to go, lefties! You guys got
Are they
all
all
the pedos.
Are they all pedos?
It just seems like it's a pedo network.
They're all pedos or fur.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Wednesday night. Thanks for joining us. Also, 103.9 LI News Radio, linewsradio.com. If you're in your car, if you're driving around, of course, we appreciate it. Keep your eyes on the road. And, of course, in the chats, we love our chat communities, whether it's the Rumblers over on Rumble, the Twixers over on Twitter X, you've got the YouTubers, you got the Facebookers, you got everybody over there. So go join a group. The Chatterbaiters over on Getter, still the largest group we have over on Getter.
I can't get
hammering it out every single night. We
13,000.
appreciate that and getting the word out. Again, we were talking about Cash Patel. You guys mentioned the network that was just busted there. Let me make sure I get this right. The Armed Queers SLC.
Oh.
And I asked if there was a connection to this other group, 764, and Paul, you said there seems to be a connection at some point.
I thought there was a connection between NGOs. No?
Right, and there could be. We just don't know. We don't know where these people get their money from. They have to get money from somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And it's probably coming from the American people, believe it or not. But here's cut number 5. Cash Patel reveals results of uncovering this group 764. And gives you a little hint as to what they're all about. This is cut number 5 from earlier today when he was up on Capitol Hill, cut 5.
Maybe most importantly, under the counterterrorism and domestic terrorism umbrella, are nihilist, violent extremists, and those that label themselves 764, who wish to go online and convince children to maim and mutilate themselves and commit suicide. And we are producing record numbers of arrests under that umbrella organization. We even stopped an individual in the 764 network who wanted to conspire to kill an adolescent girl. He is now in custody.
Yeah, so there you have it. A little mention of this group, introducing it really to yeah, exactly. Slick is hyper focused on politics as much as we all are, and he's never heard of him. I didn't hear about him until just the other day, I think last week. And that's when you guys started to bring it up as well.
I never heard of him either until last week. I wrote an article at PJ called Say, have you heard about that satanic Western-hating Nazi cult that targets and corrupts teens? I had never heard of them. They're responsible for so many mass shootings. The Transma Bob in Minnesota who shot up the Christian kids.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was part of that. Look what they're into, though. Here's what they like. They love pedophilia, raping women and kids, suicidal missions, ending Western society, fascism, anti-Semitism, accelerationism, that means speeding up the fall of Western civilization. They love infiltrating the military to cause chaos, and they love Islamic jihadi violence. Tell me who's running this outfit, folks. I know it started in the 70s. Who's running it now? It's the Islamo-commies. I promise you. And they're behind a lot of it. And I check out my article. I go through it, and I find all of these Trans-Mabob shootings that are involving 764, and there are a ton.
Yeah, it's amazing. And where can people go find that article there, Kevin? Shameless plug time.
Shameless plug. That would be pjmedia.com. Click on authors, because I'm an author. And then click on my face. My nose isn't that big, as you can see now, but it's just a bad angle. And you can see it there. And I follow that up. Sort of follow that up with something called murder, laughter, and septum rings. These animals are getting worse. Yeah. And it is what it is. I know you don't want to believe it. Your niece, my niece has blue hair and a septum ring. She's fine. Maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure you visit Kevin's page on pjmedia.com. Here's more from Kash Patel. Again, he appeared before the House Judiciary Committee today, his second day in front of lawmakers for questioning, where he faced a barrage of questions. Yesterday it was in front of the Senate. Today it was in front of the House. Questions from Democrats, from Republicans, lawmakers, up and down, asking about all sorts of things he's working on. Of course, he brought the receipts, but he also had a deal with Democrats. Here he is dropping some numbers on this one Democrat. Never heard of her. Let's see. Her name is Miss McBath. I guess she's from, I think she's from Georgia or something like that. Cut number one, here's Kash Patel dropping some hard facts. It's going to make Miss McBath hard to wash off. Cut number one, check it out.
Mr. Patel, in the short time I have left, your tenure as director of FBI has been somewhat problematic. Americans are left definitely less safe under your watch. You have gutted the FBI's ability to keep safe from domestic terrorism.
She's a good speaker.
You have sent FBI agents to conduct traffic stops and round up hardworking immigrants who pose no danger to public safety. People, even President Trump, referred to as good, long-time workers. Your job is to protect and serve the American public.
I'm the gentlelady.
Spent your time protecting heinous individuals and using the FBI to serve as a political circuit. You at times have appeared unequipped.
I'm the gentlelady. Hers expired.
And I yield.
Gentlelady yields back.
May I respond?
Sure can.
Simply put, what is it? Are we failing? If we're failing, how are we arresting 23,000 violent felons? Twice as many as this time last year. Are we failing? Because if we're failing, how are we seizing 1,500 kilograms of meth, 25% increase from last year? Are we failing? Because we captured 4 top 10 FBI most wanted from around the world in 7 months. That's more than the entirety of the last administration. Are we failing? Because we put 1,500 child predators in prison. Are we failing? Because we dismantled 300 human trafficking networks. Which is it? You don't like me, that's fine. But don't you dare disparage the men and women of the FBI that are producing record results in historic fashion to protect this country. They are kicking ass for America, and they're going to continue to do so.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Cash.
So there he is, putting her in her place. Again, failure has, I guess, looks a little different to Democrats as opposed to everybody else who's normal in the world,
she
right?
was saying my fentanyl prices went up. I can no longer, my constituents aren't petrified, so they vote for me out of fear. This is not working well for me.
When I look at Cash, I say to myself, don't mess with a kid from Long Island. One thing we are is quick. You're not gonna trip us up that fast, because boom. You're gonna sit there and stumble over your words. We're gonna sizzle you.
Yeah, exactly. And again,
we are.
And again, he was taking incoming from all the Democrats. Yesterday, it was Cory Booker and Adam Schiff that he put into place. We played a couple of those clips. Of course, just annihilating them. But here he is, in one of the most useless people in Congress. Here he is confronting California's own Eric Swalwell. And Kash Patel gives him a little piece of his own. His own. Cut number 3. Check this out.
Anyone that has been terminated at the FBI has been done so because they failed to meet the muster in their constitutional obligation.
I will work on the audio-visual capabilities.
I'm going to borrow your terminology and call bull on your entire career in Congress.
I'm reclaiming my time,
it has been a disgrace to the American people.
I'm reclaiming my time.
You can reclaim your time all you want.
Mr. Chairman, you're going to allow a witness to speak this way? Mr. Chairman, would you recuse yourself, Director?
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman, would you admonish the witness not to insult members?
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman, just
committee will remember.
Quick point of order. Could the gentleman be extended an additional 20 seconds to complete his thoughts?
Why don't you try serving your constituency by focusing on reducing violent crime in this country and the number of pedophiles that are legally harbored in your sanctuary cities in California? I'll work with you on that.
Regular order, Mr. Chairman.
Director, I belongs to the gentleman from California.
This is fantastic.
Again, great stuff.
He's quick.
From FBI Director Kash Patel facing questions from turds. Really, Eric Swalwell?
That's a good way to put it.
Eric Swalwell.
Oh, he's
of all people.
Do.
Yeah, exactly. So there you have that. And again, Kash shining when faced with those questions, but it's the Epstein stuff that's kind of giving him problems.
Without a doubt.
And we don't have the time to play this clip. We'll play it in the next segment because I really want you guys to see this, and I want to get your honest opinion because I didn't get a good warm and fuzzy feeling. And we love the Kash Patel. We love the Kash Patel.
It's okay, man.
Yeah.
Listen, even my own mom says things I don't like once in a while.
But this is one of those times where. And I say this all the time, you got to listen to the words they're using, and you have to ask the right question if you're trying to get a certain answer that you want to get. That you will see on the other side of this as we start hour number 2. In the meantime, join us in the break.
Boy, the hour goes fast when you're having fun.
I know.
Yeah.
So we'll do that in the next hour. We also got clips. Well, I got a UFO story I've been dying to get to.
Oh,
so we'll do that.
Oh, my God.
Shut up.
We're going to get phone calls from him tomorrow.
Shut up. Wake up. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back hour number 2 after
George
this.
Jetson's coming.
Anybody say something at the drop of they weren't even done talking. We were already crushing.
Yep, already up their ass.
Totally.
Always.
From like 10 years, 12 years old.
I never heard the phrase busting
curse, I
chops or
think.
busting balls. And I was just like, God, how do they do this?
All the
I
time.
want this skill.
Oh,
Like even the moms do it.
That's why Busta Rhymes is from Long Island.
You start by picking out the person's greatest weakness. Then you heard it with all your might.
Right.
That's how you start on Long Island as a kid.
Of course. Oh, we got a couple of super chats here I got to read. Carlton Robinson, $5. Armed queers kind of like cows with guns. Okay. that was a moving statement. Moving along. Let's see. What do we got? Moving along. I got a few. Wait a minute. The super chats go so fast because I lost them. All I got was Carlton. There was a few other ones. Genghis Khan had a super chat in there. I missed his. What happens, guys, is the super chats come and then they go, and we're not going to break in the middle of the show. We can't,
Yeah, it's weird.
trying to keep up with it. It's that's a flaw on YouTube. Jeffrey Koenig in the YouTube is already calling for Damon. Damon.
Diamond
is going to be so proud of Delgado and his UFO story. Jeffrey Koenig. I love Jeffrey. Jeffrey Koenig. Diamond.
Jeff Heiss says, oh boy, tinfoil hat time.
It's not tinfoil hat time.
But there was something from Tim Burchett today. I tried to tag you in a...
It was actually from yesterday. I had the clip and I forgot to send it.
He was talking about how...
Yeah, he was walking down the street, right?
He's walking down the street. He's like, I don't know what we're talking about here, but all I know is they're showing me video of these beings coming out of these deep points of the ocean, 5 or 6 of them. And I don't know what's going on. It was great.
That are going over,
befuddled by
that
it.
are going over 100, 200 miles an hour. We only got things that go 40.
Kevin, you going for a refill? Oh, don't twist my arm, please. That's like that.
Do it on the floor or in the kitchen.
Who sent that? That's like syrup.
Do it in the kitchen.
Coffee. Yeah, right here. Do it right here. Here you go. Okay, Kevin, take that in the kitchen. No, it's just good. You're in the kitchen.
Gotta let
Sure.
it
Go. He's in the kitchen.
Oh.
It's a joke. It's creep.
Kevin, did you bring it over yet? Okay, good. There you go. All right.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Wednesday night. Dish Network, Channel 219, Pluto TV, Channel 240, 1175 on Samsung TV Plus. That's my favorite platform, by the way. I think because I only have Samsung TVs and I can pull it up anywhere. Our Roku TV on the Roku channel, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Select TV channel 106. Remember, also, like and share the show on all of the socials, Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, Kick, Getter, Instagram, LFS6B Show when you're on Instagram. And again, join those communities, man, because, you can watch the show on your TV, on any of the TV networks, and then maybe, jump on your phone and you can talk to the people in there. Some great people that we have that follow the show all over the country. You can make friends all over the country. I think that's probably my favorite part, is seeing where these people are watching us. Because we're always finding people in different cities, different towns around the country, and it kind of makes you scratch your head like, wow, we're reaching out to some people.
Yeah, I thought it was Minneapolis people running to the
Minneapolis
Slick Rick.
people,
I was like, wow. When I go
Florida, California, Pennsylvania, we've met people from all over.
Jersey, when Kevin goes to Pennsylvania, and he goes, right? Kevin always
West Virginia.
Yeah.
We got Elsie San Diego out in California.
Nice.
Susie NC, I'm assuming Susie QNC is North Carolina.
I always think
so.
that.
Yeah, so it's people all over the place. I know people in Florida that watch us.
California, we know, is our biggest audience.
It's
amazing.
My best friend out in Arizona, I know he knows a bunch of people that watch us out there as well. And believe it or not, we're growing on Long Island, where we actually live, which is nice.
Yeah, well, we had Jesse on Monday night. He's got to be helping us too,
Exactly. Paul Nolan's got some news. Kevin Downey Jr. here as well with some news. Slick Rick has got sports. We didn't do too much sports in the first hour. Let's start off with Slick right here. Let's do some sports. Slick Rick Sports, brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. You'll save yourself a lot of money on some great stuff from Mike Lindell and the people over at MyPillow, who we just love the stuff they do. Slick, what do you got for us?
Yeah, well, Paul had sent me a text earlier tonight with the story that came across him through Twitter with Mark Andrews with a quote. Yeah, enough to get you really, talk about sizzling your sushi here. Football, this is a Mark Andrews quote here about, Charlie Kirk. Football should be about the game, the competition, and the fans, not politics. Stop bringing up Charlie Kirk because it has nothing to do with what we do on the field. Mark Andrews, Baltimore Ravens, tight end.
Yeah.
Oops.
Disgusting and stupid.
Yeah. Remember that whole thing we said it's not canceled? It's accountability. We're just not going to, we just ignore you now. And as if Minnesota wasn't easy enough to ignore.
It's just unbelievable.
Hello?
It's appalling. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought I lost it. It's disgusting, right? I mean, Minnesota does everything in their power to become. They're like basically telling New York and California to hold their beer because they're going to be the worst state in the union.
Right. Well, look who their governor is. Come on.
Yeah, right. By the way,
Newsom,
clip?
He's worried about volleyball transgender players right now. That's his problem.
Who was the woman against Cash today saying that the people who went after the Minnesota politician, I can't remember.
Oh, right. The Minnesota politician, I believe her last name was Horseman?
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
Oh, it was a right-wing extremist, which is completely untrue.
It's completely untrue. Tim Walz hired this guy. He worked for Tim Walz.
And this guy said that Tim Walz asked him to get rid of his political opponents. The guy might have been nuts, but he had a personal relationship with Tim Walz. Are you kidding me? This is where they get. This is it's the gaslighting never ends. It's sickening.
The lying never ends.
And while continuing along that strain, Jamel Hill deletes post claiming Charlie Kirk was a victim of white supremacist gang hit.
Oh, my goodness.
Warner Todd Houston of Breitbart. And she's involved in sports because former ESPN left-winger Jamel Hill quietly deleted a social media post claiming conservative activist Charlie Kirk was murdered by a white supremacist conspiracy group after evidence found by the FBI showed that the accused killer is a leftist. The Atlantic writer had insisted that Kirk was the victim of white supremacist gang hit, even as she called Kirk himself a white supremacist. After a false story on the assassination was published by the LA Slimes, Hill would rush to her Hill rushed to her lefty bubble Blue Sky social media account on September 12th to crow. The LA Times spoke with an expert, imagine that, about the markings on the killer's bullets casings, and it turns out Charlie Kirk likely was the victim of a white supremacist gang hit. Well, she stole the Paul Nolan line. You got a lawsuit there. Since the posting, though, Hill has deleted the message without explanation.
Because she's a buffoon. If a woman can be a buffoon, it's Jamil Hill.
No, she's a character.
Right?
She really
There's a reason she's not on TV. She's not welcome back on TV because she's a complete Nimrod when it comes to brain power.
Total.
Right?
Total. So,
I mean, talk about stupid calling stupid. She's just stupid.
Yeah, well, and they're the first. They're so trigger happy. They got to jump to the first thing. They want to get it posted right away, and she doesn't do any investigating. Find out. And by the way, looking at those bullets, why in the world would you think that was a white supremacist that would have sent those bullets with that casings with those writings? I mean, I never got that.
But why would you think Charlie Kirk was a white supremacist? Watch
because she's uneducated.
Of his clips, you psychopath, and you will know that you're wrong.
You're right, Rick.
Right.
She's uneducated.
She's uneducated.
Rick is
this is what happens with the uneducated that get elevated. She's a DEI hire. She got found out. She got kicked out, and now she's still trying to milk that teat because she doesn't have anything else. She's not really talented enough to do anything else but spew crap and hope that people glom onto it.
So I just want to throw a little public service announcement out there. Everybody out there, keep on pummeling your social media with the Restore the Smith-Mund Act, and let's rename it the Charlie Kirk Act.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that girl.
I mean, that's been going around. It's something I've been bitching and moaning about since the day I got on this show, that Obama made it illegal again to propagandize our own citizens.
Right.
Please push this. It's important to have that in place for one, but to rename it the Charlie Kirk Act is even more important.
Yeah, exactly. Slick, anything else in sports?
Nope, that's a wrap in sports. I got more than enough in that segment.
All right, you got it. Again, Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. You'll save yourself some money, and of course, be doing a great thing by shopping and patronizing with the great patriot Mike Lindell and the people at MyPillow. Like we were talking about last segment, Kash Patel on the Hill, House Judiciary Committee, facing questions. He basically, anytime a Democrat opened his mouth, he pummeled them, which is great to see. Of course, that's what we want to see from our FBI director, somebody as smart as Kash, and as Slick Rick pointed out, a Long Island kid, and kind of a smart ass, smart mouth, quick wit, and doesn't take any guff. But here's where he ran into a problem, and he ran into this problem yesterday in the Senate. And it became even more of a problem today. And here is why. Because, again, and I always say this, and he said this yesterday when Senator Kennedy asked him about the Epstein files. He said, based on the stuff that we've seen, blah, 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 this is what we have. And he offered nothing new, which, of course, the Democrat senators freaked out, called him out on it, blah, blah, blah. But here he is, when confronted with Representative Thomas Massey, who asked Kash about the Epstein files, and he asked the right questions, and he also named one name and says there's more that he knows of. Check this out. This is cut number 2. It's a little long, and we can stop it if you want, Paul or Kevin or Slick. Let me know. Cut 2. Check it out.
The gentleman from Kentucky is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Patel, I watched some of your Senate hearing yesterday when Senator Kennedy asked you, you've seen most of the files, who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these women to besides himself? You replied, according to the transcript, there is no credible information that he trafficked them to anyone else. You also said somewhere in the hearing and here today that the problem is that the case files are constrained by limited search warrants from 2006 to 2007, and that the non-prosecution agreement hamstrung future investigations. Those constraints only apply to Southern District of Florida. They do not apply to Southern District of New York, the location of the 2019 sex trafficking indictment, which produced many things, including a series of FD 302 documents. According to victims who cooperated with the FBI in that investigation, these documents in FBI possession, your possession, detail at least 20 men, including Mr. Jess Staley, CEO of Barclays Bank, who Jeffrey Epstein trafficked victims to, victims including minors such as Virginia Roberts Giuffre, may she rest in peace. That list also includes at least 19 other individuals, one Hollywood producer worth a few $100 million, one royal prince, one high-profile individual in the music industry, one very prominent banker, one high-profile government official, one high-profile former politician, one owner of a car company in Italy, one rock star, one magician, at least 6 billionaires, including a billionaire from Canada. We know these people exist in the FBI files, the files that you control. I don't know exactly who they are, but the FBI does. Have you launched any investigations into any of these people, and have you seen these 302 documents?
Sir, I have asked my FBI agents to review the entirety of the Epstein files and bring forth any credible information. And we're working with Congress not only to divulge that information and produce it to you, but any investigations that arise from any credible investigation will be brought. There have been no new materials brought to me launching a new indictment.
So is the loophole here, or is it your assertion that these victims aren't credible, that the 302s maybe didn't produce credible statements that rise to a probable cause?
It's not my assertion, sir. It's the assertion of two different United States attorneys' offices from 3 separate administrations who investigated those same materials in lifetime.
Are the 302 documents in the FBI's possession?
They reviewed all that, yes, sir.
And so have you reviewed those 302 documents where the victims name the people who victimized them?
If I personally know, but the FBI has.
So how can you sit here and in front of the Senate and say there are no names?
I said
I named one today.
I said we are not in the practice at the Department of Justice FBI of releasing victims' names.
That's not he didn't release a victim's
not
name.
what we do. We are also not in the habit
asked.
of releasing incredible information. That's not what we do. But multiple authorities have looked at the entirety of what we have.
Okay, I got to move on here. Were you present when the AG had the White House event when she released the binders to the social media influencers?
I was, yes.
So if you're willing to meet with social media influencers who stood to benefit from the sensational and sad stories of these victims, will you meet with the victims as well?
The FBI will meet with anyone who has new information.
Will you personally meet with them?
The FBI and the professionals who are handling the cases will.
The only answer there is yes, I will.
Of course.
I'm sorry, but that is a major F on that test.
Yeah, because you're like delegating, but you're downplaying.
Not even delegating.
Yeah.
This is, we're coming up with the break, but this is a nuanced discussion. I can do an hour on where we're at with this. This is, that's a big deal. That sucked.
Disappointing. Yeah. Disappointing. I think sucked is a better word. You're correct. But completely disappointing. And again,
that is a nuanced conversation, though.
And he asked the right questions, and he failed on all of them.
Did he? Now, let's talk.
Yes. Yeah. We'll talk about it after the break. We'll take a quick break. We come back. Don't even ask us in the chats. We're not going to talk about it because we're going to save it all for air.
Okay.
Did Ollie North fail when he was protecting Reagan?
Oh, old Ollie. Holy 1988. My God. Paul, he just took us back 35, 40 years.
We'll take a break. We'll be back. Stay there.
I'm getting my phone's blowing up, and I was
trying to just enhance you.
Yeah, I was trying to
lose my mark on the screen. Nope. Good?
Yeah. Be asking for a ride home. Look at that. Come on.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Can't.
Yeah, that's a difficult one right there. Because the thing is this, like I'll ask the...
He was doing so good today.
Listen.
He was killing it.
So,
Cash.
So I want to get some interaction on the socials, X and YouTube, where I'm going to be. I cannot get back on Geta, which stinks because I had 13,000 followers there.
What?
So the way I try to look at all of these things, how would I feel if the roles were reversed and there was a Democrat FBI director and my guy was grilling him? I always want to spin it. So I try to be objective and I try to keep myself honest. I try, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just like it just because it's your team, because that's how you fall into the trap of the left.
That's why I brought this clip out, because...
And I get it. So the point I'm just really getting at is that there's so much more at stake right now. There's so much at stake right now.
Steak? I'm hungry.
We have the entire globalist communist party trying to engulf America, and if the donor class that's going to keep the R's in power for a while, stopping this from coming out.
Super chat, Sue Saddleberry from Blue, Hawaii. Love you guys. I'll have a blue Christmas. Hey, Christmas is coming, guys. You believe we're like 75% done with 2025 in 2 weeks? It's crazy.
Said something about how many weeks of Christmas. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
It's like, what, 14 weeks?
64 days or something? Like 64 days?
Yeah, Aaron and I were already talking about odds, how we're going to do the odds makers and playing what day, and we're going to be working Christmas
I'm
Eve.
not ready for this.
I know. It's not Christmas without Damon.
Mr. V on it.
Hey, do we
again.
have that clip yet? All right, cool. And it's
Mr. V,
what,
dude,
45
you're the
seconds?
man. That's right, Ollie North at MS-13.
Where did this
That's
happen?
A
Do we know?
fantastic rabbit hole to go down.
Okay. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Wednesday night. Thank you for joining us. Slick Rick has got sports. He'll do some sports in just a little bit. In the meantime, Paul Nolan is here as well. Kevin Downey Jr. of the Kevin Downey Jr. Radio Show is here. You can also see his stuff on pjmedia.com. But we have a special clip here we just got sent to us. Steve Bannon. Let's roll this clip talking about, Steve Bannon today, I guess, on War Room, predicting about Antifa. Check this out. Roll that clip.
You designate them a terrorist organization, then all kind of good things happen. You start subpoenaing telephone records, text messages. You go to the telephone companies like they went on us and took all our stuff. Fine, do it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. See the interconnection. See who's financing them. See who's contacting them. See what politicians are working with them. See what media types are working with them. And then we ought to round up the media types that are working with them as accessories. This is doable. And if you want to avoid a civil war, it needs to be done today. Use the powers of the state. We happen to be in charge.
Yeah. Steve Bannon. I remember when he said that. It wasn't from today. Unless he restated that today. But it coincided with President Trump announcing today, and Paul, we read this earlier on the show in the first hour, I'm pleased to inform our many USA patriots that I'm designating Antifa, just like you heard Steve Bannon calling for right there, a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster as a major terrorist organization. I'll be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
So, I'm sorry, go, please.
No, go ahead.
So to double down on that, Andy Ngo is now reporting that the Antifa cell in Corvallis, Oregon, has published an after-action report on the fallout of Charlie Kirk's assassination. They admit fearing to the loss of their ability to mark conservatives for death with no pushback, especially as some apolitical institutions, groups, and businesses now feel safer expressing sympathy to Kirk's family and supporters. They also concede the attacks on the Christian worship group and the events have been a PR disaster, with cameras showing masked Antifa militants assaulting families and children at those events. To counter possible cultural shift away from their dehumanization tactics that are mainstreamed on the left, Antifa suggests exploiting divisions to the right to divide and conquer. They suggest using Israel as the wedge issue. Now, this is their exact thing. And they say addressing mobilizations require careful considerations. The most similar rallies we have seen in the Pacific Northwest have been following homophobic evangelical preacher types, where followers of similar non-combatant mall church family demographic have shown up in great numbers. Anti-fascists have attempted to counter several of these rallies in Portland and Seattle, but these counters have been unequivocal, optical, and tactical failures. This is a particular and relevant matter, and many apolitical businesses and institutions, including the UO itself, have expressed sympathy for Charlie Kirk and the cause. So, as such, anti-fascists must work to find more creative ways to counter this political moment. One option may be working to drive wedges between different segments of the right. We have already seen physical conflict between neo-Nazis and conservatives when these events and when groups of bruisers associated with the SoCal Active Club jumped a rockabilly guy at an event in Huntington Beach. One possible useful wedge is the context of Israel. Conspiracy theorists have already jumped to blame Kirk's assassination on Mossad, claiming the lifelong Zionist was on the verge of becoming J-pilled.
All right.
So this is a tactical from the head of the Oregon division of the anti-fascists, and that is the same memo, I guarantee, that went out to all of their groups. This is how they operate. They are not unorganized.
They are extremely organized.
And they are so well funded by the NGOs and the USAIDs. Mm-hmm. The amount of infiltration into the subculture of this world, they get this path unobstructed. But if anybody on the right says, I don't believe in your politics, they're blown to smithereens.
Right. And we've heard from plenty of Democrat senators and representatives, oh, it's just an idea. You know, Antifa, that's just an idea. It's not an organized group. Hogwash, I call shenanigans on that whole order of thinking. And again, that's another way that they try and gaslight you, saying, well, basically, these are not the drones you're looking for, right? They're trying to pull the old Force thing from Star Wars, trying to make you believe that something that you see with your own eyes and your own ears, and maybe you've gotten hit with one of their rocks or bottles, doesn't really exist. Well, we called bull. Trump took the action after, and maybe it was, Steve Bannon from last week. I remember him doing this. I wasn't sure if it was Thursday, the day after Charlie Kirk was murdered, assassinated, or Friday. But I remember watching him do this, and I was like, yeah, it's about time. And I'm glad that, we were able to grab that clip. We grabbed it real quick during the break there. Because this was something, again, President Trump was making that designation today. Very important. And the way that Bannon pointed out, the fact that now they can go after phone records and bank records and emails, and they can track all these people.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
Follow the money.
Right. Exactly.
Totally.
As Slick said, follow the money because it's money. And you can't tell me that some of these little sleazy, dime store thugs that call themselves Antifa hanging out in their mom's basement can write something like Paul just read back to us and posted that on their website. No. They're not that bright. They're too busy. They're too busy picking their nose and trying to find clean socks to figure out how to write something that clean.
They don't care about clean socks or clean underwears. They turn them upside down, inside out, and reuse them. But what I'm going to say is this:
yeah, but so do I.
Even their thongs.
The most important thing to remember here is this: no matter what, if someone like MGT or Tucker, you believe in 90% of what Tucker said, or MG. You can't just turn on them like you hate them. We have to toe the line to a degree. This is Antifa's job here. This is their end game. This is what they want more than anything, to put a wedge in MAGA. Just because you want Israel first doesn't mean that everything else is thrown out the window. It's okay to want Israel first if that's your belief. But if you're Israel second like me, that's okay. But the point is, I still believe in 95% of everything else MAGA believes in. So you got to stick together, you know. So I just want everyone to know this is the divide and conquer narrative that the globalists, all the money scammers, the anti-fascists who are fascists are trying to do to destroy what we're trying to build.
Right. And again, don't get it twisted. Don't just think they're just a bunch of punks running around hitting people. This is a terror network,
without it,
right?
Oh yeah,
a very
well-formed,
well-funded terror network that has been operating for many years, and their main goal, Kevin, is going after Western culture. You might say, "Oh, they're after the culture because they want us. They want us to fail."
Yeah, they hate us.
Yep. Who would you rather bump into, an armed queer or an armed Christian?
Exactly.
Right.
You know what? Everyone's saying, well, you know, the far right, they're responsible for 91% of the. They're not. They're just not. I write about this for a living. It's transmobobs. They're a big part of this, folks. And transmobobs and Antifa are linked at the hips. They're one and the same.
Yeah, and now we're seeing the other groups, the 764, the armed queers. Who else? Who knows what else they're going to uncover? But again. Big ups to Steve Bannon for calling for this last week, and maybe the president was watching the show going, you know what, this is
that would not surprise me one bit.
This is a good idea. Maybe we should run with this.
I wouldn't
finally.
be surprised if the big man is still advising that.
He's inspired him many times.
Exactly. All right, we'll take a quick break. We come back, we'll do some sports with Slick. I also want to jump back to that Cash Patel thing, if you don't mind, because I know you had some other thoughts on that, Paul and Kevin as well. We'll do that coming up after the break. And maybe some UFO stuff. Maybe.
Oh, God. I was waiting for that.
You won't have to wait long. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Stay there.
No,
guys.
What? Shut up.
Chat, live in the chat. Come on now with
the YouTubes.
Oops.
Kimberly Burns, love the music. That sound. Fran's always got the music spinning. Nobody better than Fran. He's the tune master of the 6B.
Dorothy and Danielle.
Shoe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the only good part of the show.
It is the only good part of the show, the music. Actually, the music, Fran, I think is the only part of the show that people actually listen to and remember. Oh, come on.
Let's see what's going on in the chats.
Oliver's mom says UFO no. State dinner instead. Is there a state dinner tonight? What state? Oh, is that the? In England?
Yeah, but you know,
Rick doesn't like the Queen. He's not into that whole UK
well,
deal.
the Queen passed away.
Is there a state? There is a state dinner.
I don't care about the king either.
Oh yeah,
I don't really care.
Who's doing the dishes? Prince Andrew.
It's Prince Charles. Prince Charles, King Charles, whatever his name is these days. Who knows? Who cares?
10 pence.
Anybody who cares about a royal family is whacked in the brain.
I've never gotten the allure.
No, me neither. Our Princess Diana had something going on, but that was about it.
But the rest of them were overbred bozos.
They were overbred.
They really are.
They were as overbred as their overbites.
Thank you.
Instead of over, maybe in.
Oh, that's right.
Overbred overbites.
Hey, are we doing? Do we have spots here?
Oh,
do I have them? Oh, there they are.
What do you got tonight?
Look
Who's
at me. I got two.
Harry's going crazy.
I got two.
Who's on tonight?
No one. You. Right
No,
after I do
no
spots.
guests?
No
No
guests.
guests tonight? Oh.
What? No guests.
I thought we had guests.
I saw the commercial. It's
All right.
Wednesday. You know what Wednesday is, right, Aaron? You know what Wednesday is.
Okay.
Mike. What day is it, Aaron? I was like this before I got here.
You were like this when you came out of your mother's womb.
That's generous. He was in vitro.
I was.
He was in test tube.
We're keeping a good show here. Come on.
Yes. Keep it good.
I am.
I know.
I'm trying. Delgado's throwing me off tonight.
It's got the
You know what threw me off was
grape
the
juice
SIG
jacket.
with the SIG text.
Sound like the blues, doesn't it? What? That's right. When inflation jumps, when you hear the national debt is over $37 trillion, do you ever think, oh, maybe it might be a good time to buy gold? Yeah, you probably should be thinking about that. Whether it's a hedge against inflation, peace of mind during global instability, or just a sensible diversification of your assets, Birch Gold Group believes every American should own physical gold you can hold. So they created something special. Until September the 30th, if you're a first-time gold buyer, Birch Gold is going to offer a rebate of up to $10,000 in free metals on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and start that process, request an info kit now from Birch Gold. All you got to do is text America to 989898. That's America to 989898. Plus, Birch Gold can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you'll still be eligible for a rebate in free metals of up to $10,000. Believe it or not, from Birch Gold. It's the only precious metal company that we trust, as do tens of thousands of their customers. So right now, make it your first time to buy gold and take advantage of the rebate of up to $10,000 when you buy before or buy by the date of September 30th of 2025. Text America to 989898. That's America to 989898. Claim your eligibility and get your free info kit on gold. Again, America to 989898. And once, of course, you're secure, you can secure your health as well. With the Wellness Company, a new administration in D.C. has brought a lot of positive changes when it comes to fixing our broken healthcare system. But the reality is there's only so much the government can do, as we're seeing more and more every day. And if you really want to make America healthy again, that begins with you. It begins at home with each and every one of us. So make sure we do what we have to do. And that's where the Wellness Company comes in. You see and hear they're doctors on our network all the time. And you know their products are the gold standard for keeping you and your family healthy and safe. The Wellness Company gives you that opportunity to make sure you are prepared for whatever comes your way with a series of prescription medical kits that contain an assortment of life-saving medications and guidebooks to assist in the proper use of these medications. And additionally, the Wellness Company offers a variety of products from parasite cleansers to methylene blue, weight loss, and so much more that can help you stay healthy and live longer and a more satisfying life. All you've got to do to make America healthy again is start the process at home. Do your part. Protect the health of you and your family by going to twc.health. That's twc.health/voice today and order using our promo code VOICE. That's twc.health/voice. Use the promo code VOICE to save 10% from the Wellness Company. So there you have it. The Wellness Company, and of course, we love when those guys come on because they cut through the bull and tell you exactly what's going on when it comes to health. Speaking of cutting through the bull, it's time for sports. Are you doing any rodeo stuff or no?
I have a rodeo coming up. Rick, they're very good, man.
That's
I'll tell
right.
you, very clairvoyant tonight.
So let's cut through the bull and do some slick rich sports.
Yes.
Brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code at checkout. Slick, What's the bull?
All right, before I get to the rodeo, we want to do one sad story. You know, I always stop when I see our young athletes and I see very sad stories and tragic situations, and this is one in particular for a high school student. Georgia High School mourns 17-year-old golf team leader who died suddenly. This is Scott Thompson of Fox News.
Another died suddenly.
Well, Haddon Kelly, a 17-year-old high school golfer, died in Georgia Monday after suddenly collapsing in a yard. Dodge County coroner Joe Smith confirmed this week. Smith told WGXA News that Kelly, his great-nephew, was participating in homecoming activities at a residence alongside his friends when he collapsed in the yard. Kelly was unresponsive and later pronounced dead at the home. Smith added that Kelly's body was sent for an autopsy to determine the cause of his death. Haddon was an outgoing kid, and he had never met a stranger, Smith told the station. Kelly was an avid golfer who worked at Dodge County Golf Club and was a member of Dodge County High School's golf team. The school's golf coach, Paula Self, and the team shared a message following Kelly's death on the school's Facebook. Haddon loved golf, and the golf team surely loves Haddon. The post read, Haddon was our team leader, always encouraging and forever speaking positive words to all that are around him. He so hoped that our golf team would keep improving and desperately sought after they participating in the state tournament. He was one of our top performing golfers and always finished earlier than most of his teammates. Went on to go a little bit long, but Smith also spoke about Kelly's love for the game. He played every day, and I believe that was something he wanted to do. He would have gone pro because he was that good. And I will follow up the story because we can obviously speculate. Did he get his booster shot, or did he get the flu shot, or what had happened? But to see a 17-year-old golfer, I hate to bring that, and I want to bring it down. But we've been, it's been so depressing with a lot of things. But I do want to get to rodeo, which I've kind of been a little lax with, Rick. And I know you love the rodeo. You found a new love for the rodeo.
I got a new love for the rodeo.
You're a big New York rodeo guy. Well, this one we're going to take you to New Mexico, Rick. New Mexico State Fair and Rodeo, Albuquerque, New Mexico, to the Tingley Coliseum. And this rodeo wrapped up just over the weekend. Bareback riding went to Cole Franks, who's a good one, 88.5 points on Pickett Pro Rodeo's Queen Scarlet, $5,922. Not bad work. Steer wrestling, we got a tie. Kyle Irwin and J.D. Struxness, 3.5 seconds. Team roping, Lightning Aguilera and Wyatt Cox coming in at 3.5 seconds, $4,635. Saddle Bronc, good old Lefty Holman coming in at 88.5 points. On high-low pro rodeos, Jazzbo DPU. Don't ask me where they get these names. Tie-down roping in second round, Ty Harris. Good name for tie-down roping, Ty Harris. 6.8 seconds. Barrel racing went to Trisha Aldridge. 15.7 tenths, picked up 58.20. And last but not least, the granddaddy of Mo on the rodeo, the bull riding, Dustin Boquet with a bouquet of flowers. 90 points on high-low pro rodeos. Little Hat picked up 58.34. These were all really good names. It was a good total payoff of $199,118 at the rodeo, Rick. Coming up in the next segment, I will break down the wild cards for everybody, let them know what teams are in as of tonight and what teams are knocking on the door for that last spot. Mets and the Red Sox need to continue to win, as do the Astros. I think the Cubs and Yankees might be in a good spot. And that's a wrap in sports, Rick. I'll be back in the last segment, like I said, to update you on the wild card race in Major League Baseball. 11 games to go in the season.
Damn.
Regular season, that is.
Well, thank you, Slick. And again, Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Now, did you guys want to jump to the did you want to go back to the Cash Patel thing? Because I feel like we didn't get enough time to talk about that, the disappointing answers that he was giving to Thomas Massey. What do you think on that, Paul?
So that's a big conversation. Kind of run out of time. I think that I have to believe that Cash has got strict orders to protect the donor class right now. And I think the donor class is going to keep the R team in place for as long as we need it. And I think sometimes you just got to rip off a scab fast and hard and deal with it. I don't love it. But all I know is this: if we don't keep the R's in charge now, the backlash, if Team L if the communists get back in control, we are so screwed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to I'm just gonna try to wait it out patiently. I don't love it.
All right. Yeah, same here. How about you, Kev?
You know what? Excuse me. I thought it was disappointing. I don't know if he's hiding someone from the limelight. Could be. It looks like it. That would be everyone's first jump. I understand that with a bunch of school shooters going on. I've got one here from Cape Cod. And I also know that there's 250 cases nationwide involving 764. Every FBI office has at least one. I don't know that he has time for everything coming down the pike. But if I were him, I would look into this or get someone really close to me to do it soon because it's looking bad.
Because it looks really bad. And again, I said always listen to their answers, how they answer something. When he pivoted away from, this list of 20 people to we don't want to release names of victims. Nobody's asking you to. Right. Where'd you get victims from? Why is it that Pam Bondi and Kash Patel always switch to we don't want to release the name of victims? We're not asking you to. He just released the name of the CEO of Barclays.
I think there are so many billionaires in that list.
Well, there's 6 at least.
I think there are so many donors in that list. I think there are so many power players at the royal level of the Saudi family, like they said, that it could be an absolute devastating blow to the entire one MAGA movement, two economy unto itself. I mean, the whole dollar system, all the international bankers at the highest level are all intertwined into this disgusting web of all the who's who of global politics are interwoven into this thing. I guess it's just way.
Yeah,
you pull one string and it just blows the whole thing
unravels.
apart.
I get it. Real quick, Kevin Downey Jr. radio show. Anything else on your radar? Anything you want to talk about?
Absolutely. So there was a possible. Well, he planned on. It was a mass shooter. He planned on shooting up a school, and a Massachusetts judge just let him go on $2,500 bail.
What?
Yep. It's some pudgy little salad-dodging kid from a rich neighborhood. It says upmarket neighborhood. Let him go. He turned around to the parents of the other students behind him and smirked, and as he left on $2,500 bail. Now, I'm trying to find out as we sit here if she's a liberal or not. I can't figure out who she is. I've never heard of her. Judge Kristen A. Stone of Cape Cod. And she let this guy go. Now, they said they didn't find any guns in his house, but they found a 3D printer that's capable of printing one. And he was telling people, I'm going to shoot up a school, and he's out. In this day and age, with school shootings every other week, this is insane.
Yeah.
Just insane.
Insane is right.
But it's a rich neighborhood. Someone could have paid someone off.
Yeah.
His name is Ian Farthingham.
Oh, there you go.
From
that description, I thought you were going to say Chubsy Upsy.
of the West Side Farthington.
Don't call me Norman. Call me Chubsy
Exactly.
Anything else there, Kevin?
Yeah. This comes from Patriot Lori. Check this out. Utah police today said this.
Oh, Miss Crabtree. No, it's not funny.
Miss Crabtree.
Patriot Lori said this. This is from the Utah police. They're talking about the capture of the Transma Bob. Well, it's not the Transma Bob. It's the guy who's dating the Transma Bob who shot Charlie Kirk. And the cop said there was some criteria that had to be met before he would turn himself in voluntarily. We agreed to those terms. He asked for a peaceful, gentle, comfortable transition for him to come out to law enforcement. He knew that he was going to get caught, and he didn't want a big SWAT team hitting his parents' house or his apartment, and he was afraid that he might get shot by law enforcement. So the conditions were to be as relaxed and comfortable as possible, almost to the point of inviting. The officer said they would make these concessions in order to make this arrest happen. Patriot Lori adds, how comfortable was the bullet that hit Charlie?
Yeah.
Oof. It's sick. It's sick. They're just coddling these animals, coddling them. But, I mean, they did catch him, and that is good. And you know what? I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind, a SWAT raid kicking in their door. How many peaceful J6ers had their doors kicked in at 6 a.m.? But this guy gets a pass?
Right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Typical.
I don't like it.
Yeah, just because of why? Like, why would they defer to his request?
Yep.
Right? It's like, wait, we know who this guy is now. We know where he is.
Yep.
Why do we have to coddle him? Why do we have to treat him like with kid gloves and make sure we don't hurt his feels? Who cares about his feels? How about the feels of Charlie Kirk's family?
Yeah.
How about those? I don't understand. And something about that Utah governor, I don't like that guy. Something about him just rubs me the wrong way, and I don't know what it is.
I think he's a rhino.
I think I totally believe so.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. It doesn't sit well with me. Some of this stuff just doesn't sit well with me. Not when it's, especially when things are so raw. So, all right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, Paul Nolan has some stuff he wants to get off his chest as well. We'll do that next. One more hit with Slick Rick as well. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Man, the show has flown.
Yeah, wait till the UFO. KDJ said that he fixed everything. We're not talking. Oh my God, I missed that. Cardi B and Stefan Diggs are having a child together? That's not news our audience cares about. Man, that's wacky.
I don't think that's news anyone cares about.
Yeah. I mean, Stefan Diggs, what happened to him, man? I know he got injured, but man, he's like disappeared off the NFL radar. Wow, that's all that matters. She makes a lot of money, Cardi B. You got some of that Cardi B cash.
Do you guys know a comic named Jeff Dye?
What?
Jeff Dye. He has this great bit. He's like, so someone called me a racist because I don't like Angel Reese. And he goes, you know who I do like? And he names 9. And he goes, but you don't like Angel Reese, so you're a filthy white supremacist. And he does this great bit on being labeled a racist because he doesn't like Angel Reese. But he
Angel Reese, she's a race beta.
No.
What? Angel Reese?
Yeah. She's not very good at all.
No, but she's a race beta. She's
No, but
totally.
It's like
Kevin was asking,
Crockett of the WNBA.
I mean, you see how the WNBA has completely died
off the
since
map?
Caitlin Clark has been out for the year? That just goes to show you.
See ya.
Idiots. Yep. You idiots.
Oh, did you see the latest Jasmine Crockett video where she's talking about Charlie Kirk with a very well-educated voice and no accent or anything like that and no fake eyelashes? It said yo saying yo. What a load of crap she is.
Chat live in the chat. Man, tonight's show has flown by. I think you'd all agree.
Yep.
KDJ, what are you doing tomorrow night?
It's tomorrow, Thursday?
Yeah. We got a seat open again.
Oh, do you? Who's out?
Damon.
No, it's
Damon.
Big D's still out.
Yeah.
Let me check.
All right.
There's a
Are you allowed to
50-50
announce
chance
that?
I'm at Gov's, but if I'm not, maybe I'll come in.
Yeah.
All right.
We got Vinny's here tomorrow night.
Kevin did not know that.
Door, please. If he says door, please, you see what he kept saying, door, please?
I know.
I said, Vin, would you like us to show you the door? That was the end of him. I didn't hear him from him again. We love Vin.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Wednesday night. Also on 103.9 LI News Radio, linewsradio.com. Thank you for joining us. Damon is out. He's going to be out tomorrow night and Friday night as well, but he will be back on Monday. So we'll be filling in the blanks. We'll be having some fun the next couple nights. We'll also be covering as much as we can. A lot of breaking news happening tonight before the show as well. But, that's one of the benefits. And I think that's why I love doing the show live every night, is that because while everybody else is taping theirs, we're actually getting stuff that's happening in real time, and we're able to report on it and kind of be first to the party, so to speak. Paul Nolan has been here. He's had a lot to say, but he's got more. What else do you have, Paul? Because I know you got some other great stuff that you wanted to get to tonight, and we've been slamming.
Yeah, well, I don't get to talk when Damon's here, so it's nice to get to say something. You guys saw the story of the Arkansas girl who was putting the blue paint all over that beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she is. She's been canceled, I guess you could say. She lost her. She's been kicked out of her home. She lost her scholarship. The mother of the woman who her ex-boyfriend, she lived in their house. She still was there. They were friends. She lived there. She said This girl is no longer allowed in my home. This is disgusting, abhorrent behavior. And I just want to ask the audience, really, on a scale, is this cancel culture for real, or is this just accountability? If you, like, for me, like, do you think that we are getting drawn into a war of our own version of right-sided cancel culture? Because that is something I want to ask people. Or do you think this is just accountability? I know what I think. 1, for accountability. 2, for its right-wing cancel culture. I would love to get this going in the chat going forward.
You know what? I'm going to say it's not right-wing cancel culture. It's the cancel culture of the left. This is the rules they play by.
Yep.
We're adopting their rules. This is the game they want to play. Let's play it. We can play it just as well, probably better.
Better. Do you
than
know why
they can.
better?
Exactly.
I'll tell you why better.
Yeah.
Because we have morality on our side. They live in a state of disgusting, hedonistic, nihilistic nothingness.
Right.
We live in a state of decency, morality, goodness, and hope and faith.
Yep. Faith in God.
They're disgusting. It's disgusting. So when I see these people crying that they lost their job, they got canceled.
Right.
And now they're upset. Charlie lost his life for speaking his mind. You lost your job.
Right.
And you said nothing. All you did was bring darkness and hate.
Get what you deserve.
Back to Slick Rick.
At least you get to wake up tomorrow morning.
Exactly right.
True.
Right?
True.
I mean, Charlie lost his life. You lose your job at Home Depot because you wouldn't make a couple of flyers? You know what? You're lucky that's all you lost. People are getting angry, and every day I get the text messages, KDJ, I stop at the peace thing. It's not how we win, or angry. And I'm like, folks, stay calm. They don't realize what they've done, folks. They don't realize what could happen to them. You just lose your job. That's the luckiest day of your life.
Right.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because the truth, you're right, though. They do want civil war in the streets. The globalists want us, George Soros, if he's wringing his hands, you know what he wants? He wants us killing each other in the streets.
Right, because if we're focused on each other, we're not looking at what they're up to.
Yep.
They want another summer of love.
I mean, I won't lie. When I watch that black kid doing the Charlie Kirk shot in the neck thing.
Jeez.
That kid, just so you know, that kid has been evicted from the school as well. He's been
he was suspended. I hope he gets.
He's done.
He's expelled.
He got expelled, did he?
And
today,
so there's a lot of it going on.
Disgusting.
And I think I saw the last I saw it was 1,200 people have been fired from their jobs for being jerks.
Yeah, because let's face it, you're free to say what you want, and you can continue to say it. And you know what? That's your thing. That's your First Amendment right. You can say what you want and don't worry about it.
Yep.
But there would be consequences if somebody that employs you doesn't appreciate what you say and doesn't want that attachment, because now you're affecting their bottom line. It's all about money. If you don't realize that by now, capitalism is where it's at, kids, then you're a moron.
Yep.
And speaking of morons,
it's about safety too. You want to sit next to some guy that's going to, promote that, and talk about that. I don't know what this guy's thinking that's sitting next to me in the office.
If this guy's celebrating a murder, what is he capable of?
Exactly. Right, because it all. Remember, what do they do when they find serial killers? They trace it back. Oh, this kid used to run over kittens with his lawnmower when he buried them in the yard, and nobody did anything because they didn't realize the progression. Yep. That's the progression.
That is true.
Right?
Yep.
There's this comedian named Troy Bond. I used to know him, a nice guy, but then he became the anti-MAGA comic, and he blew up. He was selling out rooms, and they would add extra shows. And he said something stupid about Charlie Kirk. He got death threats. He lost 100,000 followers. And I saw part of his meltdown. I heard he shaved his head. I know he's been fired from gigs because the phone lines lit up at these comedy clubs. And they said, no, we can't have you here.
Right.
No.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
And he's crying now. He was crying.
Yeah, well,
it's over.
You know what? Yeah, FAFO.
Yep.
Basically.
Wow. No, people don't have self-awareness anymore, and that's really the problem.
Yes.
They don't. They're idiots.
Well, they think they're above it. I can say whatever I want. Everybody agrees with me. Yeah, try again. Hey, here's somebody who agrees with. I don't know if you guys saw that ABC reporter who was trying to make the Romeo and Juliet story out of this.
Montel Williams did it too.
And that's what I'm going to play for you, Paul.
Disgusting.
Since you mentioned Montel, guess what? Cut number 6, here's CNN's own Scott Jennings annihilating the stupidity of one Montel Williams. Cut 6.
Talking about a love-torn child, a kid. This is probably his first real relationship. And somebody was disparaging the person that he loved. He sat on that building for 30 minutes before he took the shot. Why did he wait until the first word trans came up? Then he took the shot.
You think he heard it? He could hear it.
I think he could hear it. I think he also, I don't believe he was motivated politically. I think this was motivated emotionally.
Guys.
I didn't know he was alive.
Guys, the evidence here is overwhelming. He said, Charlie Kirk, I can't stand this hate anymore. I'm going to take him out. The testimony from him and the statements of his family, he had become more left-wing. He etched the statements that are made by the left about Republicans and conservatives and Charlie Kirk fascist on the bullet casings.
He made a joke about it in his last text.
Well, it doesn't sound like a joke to me because someone's dead and about to be buried.
Well,
so it doesn't sound like a joke to me. So I'm just telling you, there was an effort all weekend long on the left to try to make this guy sound like he was a conservative. That failed. That was passed around all over the weekend. That has now failed. The evidence has now come out. He was motivated by hate. He was motivated by left-wing radicalism. He got mixed up with some trans ideology in his life. We'll learn more about that, I'm sure, when more evidence and testimony comes out.
What it is.
We are looking around the edges of this for something other than what's staring us in the face. Left-wing radicalism got this kid. He went up to a roof and he murdered our friend, and that's what happened.
Yeah, and there it is.
If we could close out with that clip with Charlie and Erica.
Oh, yeah.
And just say goodnight to everyone.
Definitely.
I'm not going to be able to focus sitting this close to him.
Hi. You ready?
This is a clip of them.
What?
It's just as kids, on their way up.
Yeah, they're too cute. You're a beautiful girl.
I'm not going to be able to focus looking right at you. I'm just going to be staring
That's all
at
I've talked about. Fall in love.
Hello.
Have babies.
That's love.
Wow.
Meet these.
Ready, Terrell?
Hold on.
We're rolling.
Beautiful.
We're not.
All right, you'll be switching. All right, I'll count it down.
Wait. I'm kind of nervous, you guys.
She's nervous, which is why we must get going. All right, we ready?
No.
Yes, sir. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of The Charlie Kirk Show.
You're going to have to do it again.
That's what it looks like.
Introduce
when you
yourself.
fall in love.
Yep.
Is that what you're going to say?
You're ready
Hey,
to spend
everybody.
your life with someone.
Welcome to this episode of The Charlie Kirk Show.
Queen, Miss Arizona, right?
I'm engaged. Would you like to introduce yourself, or should I introduce you?
Just a great
How would
clip.
you like me to start?
Him introducing the world to his fiance at the time.
Nice clip.
Again, thank you all for watching. As always, we salute our military, active, and retired first responders across the board, EMTs, firefighters, border patrol, police, everybody on the front lines. Thank you so much for watching at home. We appreciate it. Of course, Fran and Aaron in the booth, Slick Rick, Paul Nolan, Kevin Downey Jr., and of course, everybody in the chats. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night. Peace.